If you have somebody who's 2000 rated and somebody who's 1200 rated, the game will get over, but it will not get over as fast as a badminton game.
Correct. Between the same skill.
Yeah. So even skill gaps. So the chess game is you have to think ahead. You have to develop. The opening is a very different thing from a middle to the end game and so on. Similarly for a CEO. And by the way, in chess, you have like, okay, is my left side of my queen side, my king side, what are my pawns doing? What are my horses? Where is my rook? How is the placement happening? And the market, unlike chess, where there's only one opponent, here you have many opponents. Sometimes you don't even know if they're opponents or not. Friends become opponents, opponent becomes friends, and life is different. But from a CEO standpoint, he's looking at marshalling resources, figuring out where advantage can be obtained. Badminton is all about the power shots. It's all about making the court-to-court coverage and creating advantage, and you will win in 2 shots.
Correct.
CEOs cannot win in 2 shots. There is no one thing that they can do which will disrupt and change things. You have to get people right, then you get manufacturing, then you get investors, then you get the market, then you have the regulator, then you have the government. When you have so many things to do, it's like a board of chess. A CEO's one action, you do something on the people side, suddenly you have some other problem, the person leaves, joins your competitor, does something else, you have a legal issue on your hand. You should think about the ramifications of every move that you do. And unless you can think ahead, okay, you're always going to be reacting. Okay, and the best CEOs know that, this is what I want to do 2 years from now. So what do I need to do today? What do I need to do, in the next month? How do I motivate this person? This person is not ready yet. I need to get him or her ready. What do I do? Or maybe I need to change his function. He's always done sales. Let me put him in HR. Now, a good CEO will say, नहीं यार स्पेशलाइजेशन को यूज करते हैं, वो सेल्स है ना, उसको सेल्स करने दो ना, अच्छा सेल्समैन बनेगा. Great says no, I actually need this person to do something else X years later because he's a prized asset for the company, he's a prized resource for me, I want him to succeed. So he needs to learn this dimension. Okay, so how do I move? So you're moving different. Now I don't want to get hammered by saying it's not like everybody's a pawn, but you are playing with your advantages. You have your deciding in chess. Every position that you start with, not the starting, but you will have some advantages and some weaknesses.
Correct.
Every company will have it. Every CEO, he needs to realize, where is my weakness? Okay, how easily can that be exploited? Okay, you will keep working, you will keep developing, and you are always putting yourself in a position of success. And Gary Kasparov says one thing. He says, at the grandmaster level, all it takes is 1 pawn difference to close the game. Because if you have a 1 pawn, you will just exchange everything. You have 2 kings and 1 pawn, and it's generally a good grandmaster will get a victory. So between 2 well-positioned adversaries, smallest weaknesses actually will become big gaps. So you look at, if you are like, you realize this, if a plane has to go from Bombay to Delhi, you change that angle by 3.5 degrees, you will end up in Kolkata.
Correct.
Because that same gap will get exploited over time. And that's what CEOs, great CEOs, they are thinking ahead and they think backwards from the thing that they want over time.